If you think you know the Rottweiler, think again. Because what I'm about to share is the side of this breed you've probably never been told. The part breeders gloss over, trainers avoid, and even some owners won't admit. The truth is, this dog will give you its life, but it will also test you every single day until it's sure you've earned that loyalty. And if you can't handle that, the Rottweiler will eat you alive. Not literally, but in every other way. The Rottweiler's story doesn't start in your backyard or even in the modern era. It goes all the way back to the Roman Empire, when these dogs marched alongside legions, guarding livestock, protecting soldiers, and making sure no one got near the supply lines. This is a working dog, hardwired for purpose. And if you bring one into your home without giving it a job, you've just created a 50-kilogram problem with muscle, intelligence, and a mind that gets bored faster than you can imagine. Here's where most people get it wrong. They think a Rottweiler will automatically protect them because of its looks. Broad chest, blocky head, eyes that seem to stare right through you. It's intimidating, sure. But intimidation is nothing without direction. A Rottweiler without training is like a loaded weapon without a safety. And when that dog decides you're not worth listening to, good luck. You need to earn this dog's respect. And that doesn't come from bribing it with treats or yelling commands. Respect comes from consistency, structure, and understanding how this dog thinks. Yes, thinks. Because the Rottweiler isn't just muscle, it's a strategic thinker. It studies you, it learns your habits, it knows when you're confident and when you're bluffing. And if it decides you're bluffing, you've already lost control. This is why so many first-time owners regret getting one. Not because the Rottweiler is bad, far from it, but because they realize too late that this is not a dog you own. This is a dog you partner with, and partnerships take work. If you're still watching, it means you might be serious about understanding what you're getting into. And if you are, subscribe now, because on this channel we don't sugarcoat dog ownership. We tell you the truth no one else will. Now, here's another truth people won't say out loud. Rottweilers are deeply sensitive. Yes, they can look like they're carved from stone, but inside, they can be crushed by poor handling. Shouting, rough punishment, neglect, these will break a Rottweiler's spirit faster than any physical injury. And when you break that spirit, you've lost the very thing that makes them one of the most loyal dogs on earth. They need boundaries, but they also need love. They need discipline, but also patience. They need respect, but also fun. Ignore one of these and the balance collapses. Let's talk about why this breed has such a dangerous reputation. Part of it is the media. One bad bite incident makes headlines, while the thousands of Rottweilers quietly living in families never get a mention. The other part is owner error. Not understanding the breed, over-relying on strength, and skipping training because my dog would never do that. That's the fastest way to end up in the news for the wrong reasons. If you train a Rottweiler correctly, it can be the best protection you'll ever have. But protection isn't just about teeth. It's about judgment. A well-trained Rottweiler knows the difference between a threat and a stranger, between a game and a real fight. That's the real safety net, not blind aggression, but intelligent defense. If you're thinking, okay, but what does it actually take to train one of these dogs? Here's the short version: time, consistency, and the right tools. A solid harness for control, an e-collar for off-leash precision, supplements to keep joints healthy under all that muscle, and puzzle toys to keep their mind working when you're not around. I've listed the ones I use in the description because if you're going to own a Rottweiler, you need to set yourself up for success from day one. Now, let's talk temperament. A Rottweiler doesn't start the day asking, "What can I do for my owner?" It starts the day scanning for structure. What's my role? What are the rules? Who's in charge? If you can't answer those questions clearly, the Rottweiler will, and you might not like its answers. When handled correctly, you'll see the other side of this breed. The soft, goofy, ridiculously loyal companion who will lean against you like a living tank, follow you from room to room, and curl up at your feet like a dog half its size. That's the reward for doing it right. And here's the biggest secret: the reason the Rottweiler truth stays hidden. Once you've earned its trust, this dog will put you above everything else. Not just family, not just home, everything. That kind of loyalty is rare, and people fear what they can't control. That's why you'll hear warnings before you hear praise. But if you're still here, still listening, you might just be the kind of person who could handle one. Because owning a Rottweiler is not about ego. It's about responsibility. It's about understanding you're living with an animal that has the capability to protect, to decide. And if you fail it, to make mistakes with consequences you can't undo. You need to be honest with yourself. Can you commit to daily exercise, lifelong training, and building a relationship based on mutual respect? Can you handle a dog that will challenge you, question you, and occasionally outthink you? Because if the answer is yes, you're in for the most rewarding partnership of your life. And here's my challenge to you. If you think you're ready, start today. Research, prepare, get the right equipment, learn how to read dog body language. And when you're ready, remember this: the Rottweiler will meet you exactly where you meet it. Nothing more, nothing less. If you want more unfiltered truth about powerful breeds, hit that subscribe button right now, because the next video might just change the way you think about dogs forever.